Shootashellz, real name Cedrin Doles, was a rapper and gang member from Chicago, Illinois. More specifically, he was from the east side of Chicago, in one of the most dangerous areas of the city called Terror Town. He had one of the most horrific and traumatic upbringings of anyone I've ever covered on this channel. When Shellz was just 9 years old, his father was shot and killed. 2 years later, when he was just 11 years old, his mother passed away, leaving him an orphan before he was even old enough to attend middle school. As a new orphan boy in one of the most dangerous areas in one of the most dangerous cities in America, Shellz had to grow up fast. He had an older brother named Scoobs, who was already living a gangster lifestyle in the streets, so with no parental guidance, Shellz followed his lead. He became a member of a set called Black Mob. Black Mob claims the area of 74th to 75th and Phillips, and they primarily beef with the sets ABK and No Limit. Black Mob's beef with No Limit went back all the way to the elementary school days. Kids from No Limit's hood and kids from Black Mob's hood went to elementary schools near each other's, and they would regularly fight at the end of the day. As they all got older and into the high school age, they started picking up guns and blood was shed. Once blood was shed, an all-out war ensued that's still going on till this day. Shellz would find himself at the center of it. In 2011, he was shot, allegedly by members of No Limit, but he survived his injuries. He had personal beef with No Limit's most famous rapper G Herbo, and Herbo would diss him in songs. When Shellz started rapping, he would diss Herb back and rap about his life in the streets. Shellz was much more than a rapper though, and his name was ringing bells in the streets for much more nefarious reasons than music. Shellz became known for being a killer, and hinted in his songs that he had killed 5 people. Most of his alleged murders came from Black Mob's war with No Limit. In 2009, members of Black Mob allegedly killed a No Limit member named Vito over a drug dispute. No Limit responded by allegedly killing 2 Black Mob members named Hakeem and Ray Vaughn in 2011. From that point on, there's been countless murders on both sides, and Shootashellz was one of the main reasons why. On June 26, 2013, a No Limit member named Simo, real name Cortez Bailey, was in the 7500 block of South Yates Boulevard when a gunman walked up to him and fired 5 to 6 shots. Simo was hit multiple times and fell to the ground. The gunman then proceeded to stand over him and fire several more shots. Simo was shot a total of 13 times. The gunman fled the scene, and Simo was then taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital in serious to critical condition. He would succumb to his injuries hours later, officially passing away at just 23 years old. Shootashellz was allegedly the gunman in this incident. In fact, a couple years ago, official police documents for this murder were released, and Shellz was named as the primary suspect. Unfortunately, the killing wouldn't stop there. In retaliation for the death of Simo, No Limit members allegedly killed a Black Mob member named Jordan within a week of Simo's death, while Shellz and Black Mob would follow up with quick retaliation of their own. On July 3, 2013, a No Limit member named Pistol P, real name Rayford Brown, was in the 2400 block of East 79th Street when a gunman hopped out of a green vehicle and shot him multiple times in the back. Pistol P was transported to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, where he officially passed away at just the age of 24. Shootashellz was allegedly the gunman in this incident. Shellz would allegedly kill again that same month. On July 29, 2013, a No Limit member named Richie Rich, real name Richard Pierce, was in the 7800 block of South Oglesby Avenue when a gunman emerged from an alley and opened fire, striking him in the head and neck. He was taken to South Shore Hospital in serious condition and ultimately passed away from his injuries at just the age of 30. Shootashellz was allegedly the gunman in this incident. He would then go on to allegedly kill one of the most beloved members of No Limit. On August 10, 2013, a No Limit member named Kobe, real name Jacoby Heron, was outside with other people at about 4 a.m. in the 2400 block of East 79th Street when a gunman pulled up and opened fire on them. Kobe was shot multiple times and pronounced dead on the scene at just 21 years old. Kobe was G Herbo's best friend, and Herb released a project titled Ballin' Like I'm Kobe to honor his name. Shootashellz was allegedly the gunman in this incident. In fact, in Kobe's official murder report, Shellz is listed as the primary suspect. Soon, Shellz would take a devastating loss of his own. On May 29, 2014, a Black Mob member named Scoobs, renamed Greg Mitchell, was in the 2400 block of East 74th Street when a gunman pulled up and shot him multiple times. He was officially pronounced dead at the scene at just 21 years old. Scoobs was Shell's older brother, so this left him devastated. As I mentioned earlier, aside from No Limit, ABK was Black Mob's other biggest enemy. An ABK member named Yogi was the one allegedly responsible for Scoobs' murder. Shellz would eventually catch him 2 years later and get vengeance for his brother in a brutal manner. On June 27, 2016, Yogi, renamed DeJuan Williams, was in the 7400 block of South Shore Drive when Shellz allegedly pulled up and opened fire. Yogi was shot in the head, arm, and abdomen and taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 20 years old. Shellz hinted in a song that he was the one responsible for Yogi's death.
They say they smoking on school, but that's why little homies got dropped. I ain't got a fly.
As is the case in this lifestyle, eventually all the dirt you do catches up to you, and it was no different for Shellz. A few months before his death, Shellz released a diss song called Death of 150, in which he dissed nearly every deceased member of No Limit. This song, plus all of his alleged murders, allegedly made killing him a top priority for No Limit. On July 10, 2017, Shellz was approaching his vehicle at 9:32 a.m. in the 8100 block of South Paulina when 3 shooters got out of a white vehicle and shot him numerous times. The shooters then stood over Shellz and shot him in the head area at least 10 times. He was pronounced dead on the scene, officially passing away at just 21 years old. A horrific picture of him dead on the ground leaked afterwards and went viral. According to police documents released the past couple years, members of No Limit are believed to be allegedly responsible for Shell's murder. More specifically, the No Limit member Mad Max, renamed Chris Jackson, is named as one of the gunmen. Mad Max allegedly was No Limit's top killer and was rumored to have killed over 10 people during his life. He was shot and killed a year after Shell's death, so he was never charged with the murder. Police obtained cell phone tower data that proved that Max was at the scene of the murder 2 hours before it happened and left shortly after the shooting occurred. The No Limit members found Shell's location and camped outside for 2 hours until he came out. Sadly, the war between Black Mob and No Limit would continue, and numerous people have lost their lives to it afterwards. Pray for the city of Chicago. Hopefully one day, all of this senseless violence can end. Let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section, and please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.